Hey, how's my favorite multi-passionate creative doing? Oh, I'm fine. Just working, doing my job. Oh, yeah, right. It's a good, stable job, I'll give you that, but it's not really exciting or challenging you much, is it? Oh, yeah, well, that's true, but I'm really grateful to be here. In my 40s, living life, doing pretty well, so life is good, yeah. Really? Well, it's been over 5 years since your last career change. You sure you're not itching to do something else? Oh, well, yeah, of course, but everyone feels that way after a couple of years in one career, though. Am I right? So I'm always just doing a bunch of things in the background, slowly developing several other areas of expertise, and dipping my toes into all of my creative interests to see where that may take me in the future. I'll eventually quit my job and likely pivot in a new direction entirely. Wow, that's really cool. You've done this before? Oh yeah, a bunch of times. As a multi-potentialite, I'm a generalist and not a specialist, so it's not comfortable for me to focus all of my attention and talents in one specific area or repeated function every day. I'm much better at collecting a varied array of skills, talents, and passions, and weaving them together to create a unique career that allows me to call upon different skills and interests throughout the day, or apply my knack for higher level thinking and problem solving to complex systems, instead of being intricately involved in the nuts and bolts of the operation. So if I can't do those things, I'll probably change jobs regularly in search of something that gives me the ability to truly shine and find career fulfillment in my own way, even if it isn't conventionally acceptable to our modern society, whose entire ethos related to careers and the workplace is a post-industrial construction to begin with, and shouldn't seek to shame people who are built differently and don't thrive in traditional workplaces. Wow, so you can't just work one job for life where you go to work and then do one thing and then you come home and you just relax and live your life? I can, but I want to die the whole time, and my insides feel itchy, and my brain spends every day trying to convince me that I'm gonna die without ever finding my purpose, making a difference in the world, and wasting my time and potential. Plus, I'll probably fall into some kind of depression or develop anxiety, so that's kind of uncomfortable. That's fascinating. But wait, most modern traditional jobs are designed for generalists who make up the majority of the population, and yet you are still working a traditional full-time job. Well, yeah, but in my current job, I'm basically doing 3 jobs in one, so I vary what I do throughout the day in several different areas of expertise that I can use separate skill sets for, so it's a pretty good gig for an MP like me. Yeah, but that also sounds like you may be being exploited, because they realize that your MP skill sets are an incredible asset that a lot of other employees may be lacking, landing you with extra work and responsibility just because they know you can learn new things quickly, handle it all, and still manage to shine and deliver quality work in every arena you're asked to perform in. Oh, yeah, that's 100% what's happening. Huh. So what are you gonna do about it? Probably continue to work there until I reach a breaking point, when I decide firmly within about 5 minutes that I have to quit immediately and pursue one of my other passions. But I may spend a couple of months completely paralyzed by indecision first, due to the breadth of choices and options in front of me, known as the paradox of choice. It's cool. Yeah, it's just that I already have a freelance business on the side, plus 2 Etsy shops, a personal blog about self-discovery, a thriving community theater hobby, a YouTube channel, and a book I'm writing on the side, so I'll never run out of potential avenues for possible career development. But that can also be really overwhelming when trying to forge your path in life, because what if you pick the wrong thing? Ideally, one day I'd love to create a niche where I get to combine all of my biggest talents, skills, and passions into one perfect career pie? A Jenny pie, a unique recipe that's absolutely perfect to me and allows me to utilize my multi-potentialite strengths and my zone of genius to live up to my full potential, feel like I found purpose and meaning in life, helped people, and avoided the thing that I dread more than anything else on earth: living a life of quiet desperation. Cool, good talk. Do you perchance have any creative projects that you need help with? Because I'm always looking for more things to do, actually. Hey, it's my favorite multi-potentialite. Or multi-passionate, polymath, multi-hyphenate, honeypea? Sorry, I don't know what to call you. That's okay, any of those are fine. I also go by Renaissance woman and jack of all trades, master of none. I'm not picky. Okay, wow. It's just a lot of names for the same concept. Basically, I mean, we've been around for a long time, but no one was really talking about the things that make us a unique subset of the population until recently. So it's not like we've had time or history to make a consensus on what we're called or anything like that. But in psychology and education, the term multi-potentialite is most commonly used to recognize our brand of divergent thinking. Whoa, divergent thinking as in neurodivergent? Well, there are certainly a lot of neurodivergent multi-potentialites and some crossover in traits and characteristics of multi-potentialites and certain forms of neurodivergence. There's not really enough research right now to come to a strict conclusion about that, in my opinion. What I will say is that we're clearly nonlinear divergent thinkers when it comes to approaching interests, creativity, and careers. We're usually naturally good at problem solving, absorbing new information, and synthesizing it at a high level. And we have a high capacity for ideation, but a hard time limiting our focus and thriving in situations where we aren't challenged to use our varied skill sets. That sounds like it can be hard, especially in the workplace. Well, yeah, it can definitely be a challenge because a lot of MPs don't even know what an MP is or that they are one. They're often surrounded by specialists in the workplace or at home, and these more linear thinkers don't understand why the MP can't stay in one job or takes on 100 hobbies or side hustles, or maybe gets stuck in a job that makes them miserable but won't quit because they're paralyzed with indecision about what will actually be fulfilling when they want to do so much with their lives and have tons of varied interests but no clear path forward. They often get called scatterbrained, flaky, or confused because they don't know how to thrive as an MP who's a non-linear thinker in a linear world. They often suffer from serious imposter syndrome because, as a jack of all trades, master of none, they never feel like they've gathered enough mastery in one area to be as successful as their counterparts, whose brains thrive on mastery of one subject area or skill. Therefore, they may move around or switch careers a lot, and most people don't see that as following their unique passions to find a better fit for their needs. They see it as failure. Wow, I had no idea so many people were dealing with this kind of problem. Oh, well, it can be a challenge, but it's not a problem. There is nothing wrong with multi-potentialites. We're just people who function better under a certain set of circumstances and thrive when we collect passions, talents, and skills that we can incorporate into our daily lives and careers in ways that keep us excited and challenged, especially if we can use that to connect things at a higher level, because we're really good at recognizing patterns and understanding systems. We're super big thinkers and creative idea generators. And I think that's actually really awesome. It also makes us a huge asset to society because we need people like this in all walks of life. Actually, that does sound pretty awesome. Did your life, make a lot more sense once you realized that you were a multi-potentialite? You have no idea. I always thought there was something wrong with me because I just couldn't do what seemed so natural to everyone else. I thought I would honestly never be successful or valued by society or happy in a job. And now I know that that's not true, and I feel truly understood for the first time. That's really great. When did that happen, by the way? Oh, I just turned 40. Hey, it's my multi-passionate pal Jenny. What's up, girl? Oh, I'm just studying my astrology, human design, numerology, and all of that stuff. It's my newest interest, and I've been hyper-focused on it for the last few weeks, and I'm learning just so much. Oh, that's super cool. I like to listen to my horoscope sometimes. Wow. What's it like having only a passing interest in something you don't fully understand and just being okay with that? It's fine, I guess. So what are you researching? Well, I'm always searching for my life's purpose, so I'm gathering all of the information I can to help me understand what my gifts are and what I'm meant to do in this life. Wow, that's a lot. Well, I mean, you're an instructional designer now, so how do you like that? It's all right. I mean, my green and indigo aura does help me thrive in academic environments and roles that involve a lot of higher level process and development. So as long as I have space and freedom to lean into my creative side without people demanding things from me all the time or generally bothering me or talking to me at all, it's pretty good. But it doesn't feel really purposeful enough for me, and I don't get to use my voice in a way that really feels meaningful. Oh, well, don't you also do voiceover on the side? What about that as a career? Oh, well, I love doing voiceover and narration. I've been freelancing and considering expanding my business. As a self-projected projector in human design, I'm basically designed on an energetic level to use my physical voice in life. It's like a core facet of my existence. Wow, well, that sounds promising. And you also do educational and spokesperson video creation. Well, I am a 10th house Leo with my Sun, Mercury, North Node, and Midheaven all sharing the house of career and achievement. So I feel naturally really comfortable in performative roles where my charisma and talent are on display and I'm clearly communicating to the world. And the more I can use that within my career, the more aligned I feel. Wait, but aren't you also a Scorpio rising? Oh yeah, well when I'm not on stage or in front of a camera, I turn into a goblin who doesn't want to leave her house and would prefer to keep almost every other detail of her life a complete secret, while observing the world around me, searching for understanding and insight into the deepest concepts of human reality. And I spend a lot of time doing shadow work and other self-discovery practices as part of the never-ending cycle of transformation that I've embraced in my life. Wait, you talk about that a lot. Can't you do something with that? Yeah, I'd like to help other people with this process. And according to my gene keys, my life's purpose is to create a space for people to find inspiration in themselves as a kind of guide, but I have to go through my own shit and through that manifest my gift of insight with which I help connect with my own intuition and use that to live a life that inspires change in others. At the same time, I do have the gate of the Alpha, and along with a lot of my astrological placements, that shows that I can be a really strong leader when I'm the one in charge of my daily life and pursuits, and when I work with a small team or one-on-one. So I think there's a lot of potential there to work with people in that capacity. Also, I'm a Sagittarius moon, so I really like to lecture people. Well, that makes sense. But wait, aren't Sagittariuses like explorers and travelers and stuff? Oh yeah, I mean, in my soul, I'm just an eternal seeker of knowledge who feels the most at home when I'm out there in the world, exploring, gathering knowledge and experiences, and learning. Basically, nothing is as fulfilling or emotional rewarding to me as that. Oh wow. It sounds like you should be an archaeologist or something. Oh, I've already done that. What? Yeah, I got my master's degree in anthropology and worked as an archaeologist for about 5 years because my thirst for knowledge about humanity and the human experience is basically insatiable. Like I said, Sagittarius moon. I also have Uranus and Scorpio in my first house, so them's just the breaks. That seems like a lot. Well, yeah, it is. We are all a complex mosaic of a million different influences, experiences, and psychological processes, and that's what makes us all so unique and beautiful. Yeah, I like that. So have you figured out what you're going to do with your life yet? Well, I have some idea of what will feel more aligned and purposeful now, and how to better use my energy and natural tendencies to help support me instead of fighting against my nature to try and achieve something that may be right for a lot of other people, but isn't right for me. I mean, I do have my Black Lilith moon in the first house, and I'm a projector in human design with no tribal channels, so I'm just a black sheep forever, whose life is never gonna look ordinary, whatever that means. And that's okay. Wow. Good luck. It sounds like this has been really helpful for you. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why this stuff endures and continues to attract and connect with millions of people around the world. We're leaning into our intuition, learning our own minds and bodies, and feeling what it's like to resonate with deeper truths about ourselves and our world. And these are just tools that people can use to help them do that. So, can you send me the website where you get the astro chart thingies from? I got you, boo.